Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for... I'm not even gonna say it this time. I'm not gonna say it. Fuck, this might be the finale. Anyway, in the last episode, we learned more about what the AB project was actually about. We learned that K is in fact Akane and the Sigma clone. And that the Sigma clone is actually called... I remember his name was Kyle. I do not remember the last name. But it's whatever Sigma's last name is. We know that for certain. Also, the Sigma that we're playing as is actually a young Sigma, an old man Sigma's head. And he's a cyborg. So, that. Oh, also, we gotta travel back to the past now. When those reactors went off. So, without further ado, let's go to April 13th, 2029. Well, none of that sounds
Today
good.
is April 13th, 2029, and this is the evening news.
Okay. You know, you have a very blank background there, newscaster lady. You know, usually they have, I don't know, a cityscape, or maybe it's blue. I don't know. I mean, I don't watch the news a lot, but I feel like it's just kind of blah with a blank screen back there.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't have any news to read.
You don't? Well, this is a really weird newscast, then. Hey, welcome to news! There is no news! More at 11? I don't fucking know. Anyway.
All of our station's reporters have passed after contracting Radical 6.
Oh, yikes. Sorry. Well, this is awkward now.
So have my... Excuse me.
Oh, man.
I've managed to keep us on the air until now. But I'm out of tricks. It's time for me to sign off. This concludes our broadcast day.
But there, nothing was said! Oh, don't tell me you have Radical 6 too and you're gonna kill yourself on the air. I swear to God.
I pray that someday our world can be cleansed of this horrible plague. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, Jesus! It's exactly what I thought. Yikes. For a moment, I just stared at the TV. Understandable! The roar of static seemed to fill the entire room, until with a click, it disappeared too. Had the power gone out? I heard footsteps behind me and turned around. You. Akane? Oh hey, it's young Akane. You're not really, really old or really, really young. I'm meeting you in the past that is the present, I guess? I don't know. Time is weird. Damn wibbly-wobbly timey-wimey bullshit.
It looks like the first step was successful.
Yeah. What the fuck? You killed me!
Killed?
I guess technically you're going to kill me 45 years from now, but still!
Hey, no need to be rude about it.
Fuck you, Akane!
I didn't kill you. I hit you with the butt of a knife. You're fine.
I mean, I guess technically she would have planned it, but it looked like you stabbed me with the blade of a knife! And I'm sure Sigma fucking felt it, so I'm pretty sure he'd know. I'm okay?
Yes. You and Phi needed to experience a state of crisis. That was the only way.
Me and Phi?
Yes. I only told you about you, but we also needed Phi to jump.
Well, and where is she and what is she doing?
Now, you know what happens next, right?
An earth-shattering kaboom? We go to the moon?
Correct. We will be leaving tomorrow, April 14th, 2029. We've nearly finished preparing your shuttle. Only a few last-minute checks and additions. You'll be traveling to Rhizome 9, along with 3 treatment pods.
Alice and Clover, right?
Yes.
What about the third one? Who's in there?
Phi.
Ah!
We put her into cold sleep 2 days ago. She appeared at our headquarters and volunteered to be frozen. That wasn't the Phi who had jumped from Point C, though.
Okay.
It was Phi before she jumped from Point A to Point D.
Okay. I think I get it.
In other words, she was following the same path you are.
Wait a minute. Point A is the Nevada site, where Radical 6 broke out. Is Phi the woman who reported that everyone died from Radical 6? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Huh. Interesting. I mean, that's my theory, at the very least.
And she still is.
Then that means that after you froze her, the Point C version of her jumped back into her body?
Yes. The Point C version of Phi is sleeping in that pod. She'll stay there for the next 45 years. Sleeping in ice.
Then, when she gets to Point B, her consciousness will jump to Point A, right?
Correct.
Okay. Huh. So that's why she didn't look old. So, why don't you just stick me in one of those pods?
We can't do that.
Why not?
You haven't figured it out? You have to spend the next 45 years working on the AB project.
Why?
After arriving at Rhizome 9, you must master genetic engineering and artificial intelligence programming, among other disciplines. Otherwise, you will be unable to create Kyle, Luna, and Lagomorph.
Right. I mean, that makes logical sense, but you really want me to stay here for exactly 45 years doing all that shit? I mean, this seems like an unnecessary step of the plan. I mean, I guess it's to prevent paradoxes, but I don't know.
And of course, you will need to develop the chromatic doors and the bracelets. You will also be the person who summons Tenmyoji and Quark.
Ah, yes, I'll get my summoning circle out, and, you know, the proper spell materials, and, I don't know, maybe some candles for mooting.
Once you've completed all the preparations, then the project can actually begin. January 25th, 2074. You will defrost Phi and carry her to the 3rd AB room. Once you've done that, the 22-year-old version of you from Point A will force you out. And you'll just go back 45 years to your own body on December 25th, 2028.
Okay. And then I change history? Do you really think that I can keep the virus from getting out?
You have to. If you don't, billions of people will die.
No pressure or anything.
Only you and Phi can save them.
And only you can prevent forest fires. That doesn't have anything to do with what's going on right now, but I just wanted to let you know. What about you? Aren't you an Esper too?
I can't do anything on my own. If this is going to work, I'll need your help.
So, what do I need to do?
What do you mean?
Like, what specific actions do I need to take? When Phi and I jump to point A, what are we going to do then?
You'll both enter the Mars mission test site.
And after that?
I don't know.
Great, thanks. You've been a huge help. Well, I mean, I guess she has up to this point. What?
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything about what happens in there. We don't know how the Radical Six escaped. We don't even know why it was there in the first place.
Oh, crap. Then we're screwed!
That's why we need your help. You have the ability to jump through time and across parallel worlds. We need you to figure out what happened in that test facility. Things will be difficult, and I'm sure you will find yourself in a great deal of danger. But I believe the two of you can overcome any obstacle.
Wait. How do you know it's so dangerous?
The 67-year-old version of you told me what happened. He wasn't able to stop the virus. So, I suppose you could say you told me after you failed.
What did I say?
That the test facility is full of traps. There was one point. A woman's life was in danger. You risked yourself for her sake, and lost your arms and your right eye.
Okay, that makes sense. That's why he went cybernetic. Gotcha. My arms and my right eye? I knew it was his right eye. I shouldn't have second-guessed myself when I said... Oh well. Reflection kind of made it difficult. What the hell?! Suddenly, a low rumble shook the building. Oh. Oh, I see. He doesn't have the ABT on there. And I mean, Sigma, you knew you had mechanical arms at a certain point. It's just, you have them now. What was that?
Go have a look.
I moved slowly to the window and peered outside. On the horizon, I could see a massive mushroom cloud climbing toward the sky. Would we really be able to change the course of history? No, that was the wrong way to look at it. It couldn't be a question. I had to change history. We could save the world. I'm going to change history. I stared at the darkening skies above us and steeled myself. I would succeed. End or beginning? Well, let's move on to the next bit. Give me the rest of my timeline, please. End or beginning? Wait, what? Do I not get a new part of the timeline? I am confused. Oh, wait a minute. Infirmary another time. There's a bit that isn't done yet there. I mean, I went through all that mess. Do I just pop back now? Because it didn't give me another slot, so... I guess I'll be back? I'll cut this here, and if nothing is in this line, I guess I'll have to figure out where to go. Oh! Oh, okay, that was new. I tried speeding past, but it didn't let me.
I see you've finally woken up, Kyle.
Kyle?
Kyle? Ah, yes. Of course. You've only just woken up in this timeline. It's only natural for some of your memories to be missing.
I lurched upright and jumped off the bed. I ran around to the other side of the partition. The mirror over the sink was covered with a film of dirt. I wiped it off with my sleeve, and my reflection stared back at me. Sorry, I took a sip of water while it was flashbacking. There was no mistake. The reflection belonged to...
Kyle Klim.
Oh, right, it's not silent now because it's Kyle, which is K. So they have a voice actor for him. Right.
So, I'm Dr. Klim? Zero Senior's clone?
What? How do you know that? Shouldn't you still be suffering from amnesia?
An excellent question. One I didn't quite know the answer to myself. I knew who Kyle Klim was. In another history, he had been called K, and that's why the K is there, and had worn a suit of armor. He hadn't just worn the armor in that history, though. Apparently, he had worn it all his life. Kyle had been born and raised in this lunar installation, which seemed to be called Rhizome 9. Rather late in his life, Akane had appeared as a mother figure, and he had consequently grown very attached to her. I knew everything about him. But even though I knew it, I didn't feel it. Was I really Kyle Klim? Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw his face. The spitting image of Sigma Klim in his younger days. I looked down. There was Dio, still handcuffed. I turned back around to Luna.
What day is today?
January 27th, 2074.
Today is the last day of the AB project. Akane has explained everything in the garden. And she drew a knife and attacked Phi. How long have I been asleep?
About 5 hours in real time.
Damn!
For them, it would have seemed like a little more than 2 hours.
So they still haven't been treated for their Radical 6?
No, they've all been given the antiviral.
Oh, good!
It just takes a while to have an effect.
I see. So the consciousness of the younger Sigma has gone back into the past. It should have happened right after Akane attacked Phi, right?
Yes.
Why am I here?
The doctor carried you back here. You were in the pod in the garden.
So the person you call the doctor is Sigma Klim, as inhabited by his age-appropriate consciousness.
Yes, but how do you know that?
Dio seems to have remained unconscious.
I think I have my consciousnesses confused. So our player character Sigma is Sigma from December 25th. And he is now hopped from future past Sigma. I mean, the future of his timeline, or the future of when he was abducted, to the future that is the game, but instead of hopping into Sigma Klim's body, his technical body for this era, he has instead hopped into Kyle, which is K's body, because K is in fact a clone of Sigma, so it makes sense the consciousness could transfer to him as well, I guess. This shit is confusing. But I get it. It's just confusing and convoluted.
Yes. I've been administering Soparil whenever he gets restless.
Good. He deserves it.
What about
He
the
deserves
others?
worse.
They've all gone off to different areas.
Okay?
Tenmyoji and Quark, for instance.